May 16th, 2019. This video is called Mutant Conjoined Flower Butterweed. Now in 2017, I have a video up. This flower was about maybe 25 feet away from this batch. Now I don't remember seeing any last year, but there must have been because I think these are annuals. So check this out. You can see this whole inside is just basically one big melded flower. This is probably the best one out of the bunch. And if you look at the stem, look how thick the stem is compared to a normal one. And this thing has actually grew like 360. It's twisted so much. There's way more flowers than that's supposed to be here. See how this is all twisted up? See that? Gotta watch this thing. It looks like it's starting to die back. So actually this is one of 4 flowers. Some are better than others. And this is actually what a normal one would look like. And about 5 feet away, there's a shorty here. And this one also has got the big fat stem on it. But look at this one. See that? And then another couple feet away is this one. With that stem on it also. I mean, this is genetic blasphemy. Look at that. They're all combined. They're conjoined. I don't know how many are. Probably about like 10 or 20 flowers right there. And then there's this one. It's got the fatter stem, but there's only this one bloom. See that though? Some bizarre stuff happening in the garden. This is genetic blasphemy. This is crashing chromosomes, misguided meiosis, misguided mitosis, crashing chromosomes. There's a storm coming. It's called Fukushima. There's a storm coming. It's called Fukushima. If this is happening to plants, what's happening to humans? If this is happening to plants, what's happening to humans? I mean, can you see that? That's normal, and they're all conjoined. This is genetic blasphemy. This is crashing chromosomes. Misguided mitosis. If this is happening to plants, what is happening to humans?
If this is happening to plants, what the hell is happening to humans?
What the hell is happening to humans? If this is happening to plants, what the hell is happening to humans? What the hell is happening to humans?
What the hell is happening to humans?
If this is happening to plants,
What the hell is happening to humans?
if this is happening to plants, what the hell is happening to humans?
The problem with cancer is that it destroys form and function. Isn't that wild? Look at, you got this one little guy that's connected. Here's the back side of it. The problem with cancer is it destroys form and function. Stems are not supposed to be flat. They're round so they could support the blooms. Then you get breakage. The problem with cancer is it destroys form and function. Look at how this one is turning around. It's like a runaway train. Nothing really could stop it. It just does what it wants. Alright, I found a fifth plant with the same mutation. This one looks like it might have like three or four balloons conjoined. The problem with cancer is it destroys form and function.
It destroys form and function. Destroys form and function. It destroys form and function.
Alright, I found a fifth plant that had this mutation, the conjoined flowers. This might have like 3, 4, or 5 flowers that are conjoined. This is genetic blasphemy. Who knows if there's 3 or 4 or 5? What does it matter? It's still a plant cancer. I don't think butterweed likes it wet. It's been a wet spring, so this particular flower is starting to die. But that's like crazily big. And look how wide the stem was. That's like, there's got to be about 10 or 12 flowers in that little batch. Now this one, since this back end started rotting a little bit, look what happened. They're phototropic, so it always will go to the sun, and since it went down, it started growing up again. Or actually, it's not phototropic, it's the opposite for gravity. But look at this one. Here's the third one. The storm is coming, and it's called Fukushima. This one's still going pretty good. But I would imagine in a couple days these will all be dying off, going to seed, completing its life cycle. There's a storm coming. It's called Fukushima.
Japan is going to kill the planet. This is killing the planet. Not going to kill the planet, it's killed the planet. It essentially already. The upper mammals, the way up the food chain, like us, are the last to go. We're the apex predators. The microscopic world is the first to go. The bacteria, the insects, the 4 million species in the ocean, Pacific Ocean, that you don't even conceive. You can't even wrap your mind around. Have paid the price already. The shorelines are full of emaciated whales and seals and sea lions and birds and mammals and animals. And so at what point will we admit we need to deal with a serious issue? Talking about an extinction event. This is 100% documented at this stage. Will you fight for the planet? Will you fight for your own life? If someone's trying to attack you with a knife or a stick, are you just going to stand there and say, okay, go ahead? Are you gonna fight for your life? Well, how about it's invisible? You can't wrap your mind around that there's more things on the planet than humans, that there's 8 million species here, and that we are the stewards, whether we like it or not. This is our obligation. We're talking about an extinction event playing out right before your eyes. You're going to wake up at the last second and you're going to shit your pants. You're going to panic. You're going to get stomped. This is an extinction event. And it's an extinction event. And so at some point, this planet will wake up in the next couple of years. And to hide away from the truth and hope that it solves itself is not. It might have done it every other time, but it ain't going to solve itself this time.
Mutations are simply changes in DNA. And why is changes in DNA bad? Well, DNA, remember, is going to be transcribed to make something called this, messenger RNA, and that's going to be translated to make something called a protein, and that protein is going to make you. And so if you have changes in the DNA, that's going to cause changes in the messenger RNA, and that's eventually going to change the proteins, and it's eventually going to change you.
But a lot of mutations are caused by our environment, and those are what are called induced mutations. We
We could also have radiation or chemicals that are causing the DNA to break apart. Now we can also have major changes or large-scale changes, and so this could occur during mitosis, it could occur during meiosis, but basically what we're doing is instead of losing one letter or it could affect one gene, we could lose big portions of the chromosome and all the genes that are found within that. And so this would be a deletion where we're missing this huge chunk of the chromosome, which could be hundreds if not thousands of genes. Or this could be a duplication where we're duplicating a portion of that during the S phase. Or we could have an inversion where we're copying this but it's being flipped upside down. We could also have an insertion where we're taking one chromosome and actually inserting that into another chromosome. That might seem crazy, and it's like we could never exist past that. But if you think about it, these genes have chromosomes, and so it doesn't mean that that individual is necessarily going to die. This could be during mitosis, and so it wouldn't be a very big deal at all. Or it could occur during meiosis, but we'd still have these genes that we need. So this would be an insertion, and then we could also have a translocation, where we're taking one chunk of this one over to here, and this one back again. And so there's a ton of different mutations that we can have in the chromosomes, and that's probably how chromosomes came to be in the beginning. Some are good, some are bad, but they're all changes in the DNA.